What is up, movie viewers? Dena Views and Reviews here. Asking, what you watching? Well, today I am watching Ironheart. And this movie stars Dominique Thorne, Anthony Ramos, Manny Montana, Alden Ehrenreich, Zoe Terex, Lyric Ross, Sacha Baron Cohen, John Torres, and Angie White. It is written by Brian Michael Bendis, Shanako Hodge, Jim Starlin, Francesca Gales, Jacqueline Gales, Mallory Howard, Christian Martinez, and Amir Suleiman. It is directed by Samantha Bailey and Angela Barnes. It's produced by Kevin Feige, Shanaka Hodge, Robert Kulzer, Ryan Coogler, Zinzi Coogler, Ethan Smith, Victoria Alonso, and Brad Winderbaum. The long-awaited Ironheart has been released. It is a 6-episode miniseries from Marvel Television. The Marvel superhero based on the comic book character Riri Williams. Now, Riri Williams is played by actress Dominique Thorne. It is the 14th television series in MCU or Marvel Cinematic Universe. Some may be familiar with this character, Riri Williams, as she was first revealed in the Black Panther's second big screen movie called Wakanda Forever. She is the young MIT student that was introduced because she needed protection from the Wakandans. A lone admirer of Tony Stark, Riri wants to forge her own legacy by developing an Iron Man suit of her own that can protect her and her mother from suffering the same fate as her stepfather and best friend, Natalie. Now, Riri's character is from the hood, and although she has no access to the wealth or the technology of the very rich, very white Tony Stark to build and develop her own suit, she is desperately trying to come up with a way in which to acquire those funds that are needed to develop her own version of this suit that can allow her to protect herself and her family. Now, in this miniseries, she returns home to Chicago after being expelled from school, still dealing with the tragic loss and the memories of seeing her best friend and stepfather lose their lives. She is on a mission to accomplish her dream, and in an attempt to do so, she needs to gain capital. This capital is needed so that she can continue and produce the suit that is her goal. She decides to hook up with a mysterious criminal mastermind character called Parker. And Parker reminds me a lot of Chris Brown, the singer. Nevertheless, Parker Robbins is his name. He is cloaked in a red hood, and he has the resources, he has the means of getting Riri all of the money that she needs to complete her work. Now, this hood, a weird red cape thing that he wears, allows him to have special powers. So he is the leader of a group of what appears to be misfits. They have special skills that enable them to pull off heists that make them tons of money. And it makes him wealthy and them wealthy. So Riri throws caution to the wind and joins in with this secret group of misfits that raid others for money. Of course, they are all questionable characters. However, it allows her to obtain the capital that she feels she needs to purchase and develop the technology to build this suit. Along the way, she does find herself caught up in some dealings with these dubious characters. She's exposed to dark magic and even finds herself fighting for her life. I gave this series 3 stars out of 5. As it is written, the series served as an introduction to the character, as well as giving insight into Riri Williams' origin and her motivation. It highlighted a bit of her persona, her emotional state, her psychological trauma, as well as her conflicting personality, including her being strong-willed, a bit selfish. She's driven, but also a compassionate person. Just human attributes. It's that foundation. Now we can see what the character is building upon. It is an interesting watch that I almost opted out of viewing because it seems that whenever there is a lead black character, it often is used as an opportunity to push or promote agendas like alternative lifestyles, and it sometimes comes off as being overwhelming in the storyline, and it's just obviously propaganda, and I expected it to be no different in this movie series, especially after seeing the characters and considering the background story information about the MCU character that is Riri Williams. Flamboyant characters are in this series. In spite of that, it was palatable and it proved to be a fast-paced yet interesting movie. Ironheart is not rated by the MPA because it is a miniseries and not a theatrical film, but I myself would rate it TV PG-17. And if you are interested in checking it out, you most certainly can, because it is currently streaming on Disney. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and leave me your comments on what you thought of this movie. And join me weekly for another review or movie recommendation. And I want you to remember, it's my view. Now, what are you watching?